I'm Chris Kubal. Here's a look at your Local 5 weather impact forecast. Weather impact alert for Saturday running 8 to 8 across central Iowa. And those impacts, snow related. Not everyone's going to be seeing it, but especially the northern half of the state. Stay weather aware. That's what you need to do. And on the travel scene, you may run into some minor travel issues. Here's what we're looking at. Temperatures falling as we go through the day or holding steady as we continue on. Rain helping to cool the atmosphere down to the point we'll start to see some snowflakes mix in. And at least for Des Moines, it's late morning going into the afternoon. The time frame we'll watch for that. On the statewide scale, we're watching it from about 8 to 8 from west to east. That snow trying to mix in with rain more prominent over the southern half of the state. On the travel scene, not expecting big time issues, and the reason why is just so warm of a scenario. The air, the ground, the fact that it's going to be flying in the daytime. Now, the intensity of the precip that we're expecting will help cool down to at least that level that is needed to produce snowflakes. That said, still very warm, so hit and miss on the accumulations. You may see widely differing totals over short distances. And what I mean by that is going from nothing or not very much to an inch or two. From your neighbor's house a couple of miles away to yours. Now that warm ground is going to help, along with treatment from our fabulous road crews. The roads I don't expect to be in bad order. Watch the bridges, the culverts to be the most susceptible to icing up. Taking a look at the snow that's expected along and north of I-80 is where I think the bulk or all of the accumulations will end up to about 2 inches. And again, it may vary a bit here within these zones, but if we do see something a little bit more, I think northwestern Iowa, that's where we get into snow before daybreak, and that will help things out. The metro may be split. Northern communities with a dusting. South side may not see anything at all. So here's what we're looking at. Again, northwestern Iowa with the snow first. A little bit of some rain coming in as well. You see that mix and changeover kind of dipping down towards the I-80 corridor. Here's the scene just after noon. Taking over, the cooling trend continuing, maybe a little bit of warmth trying to hold over eastern Iowa. Not completely sold on that, but again, northern half of the state is the best chance to see the snowflakes. A few skiffs may wrap around, not only for Sunday morning, but diurnally driven into the afternoon as we try to warm things up. A few more will come into play, and it means it's going to be sloppy out over Kinnick Stadium. Oregon versus Iowa, I think a couple of snowflakes may get to the end of the game, but generally this is going to be a cool rain temperatures either side of 40 degrees as we go throughout. Could be a sloppy one over in Iowa City. Now I mentioned Sunday, a few skiffs of snow still trying to cycle through. Look at the winds. They're going to be elevated. Gusts may be into that 30 to 40 mile per hour range in some instances, especially over northern Iowa. Thankfully, with how warm of a scenario this is, this shouldn't cause us any issues on the travel scene. Now temperatures cooling down dramatically Sunday morning, teens and 20s to lead off the day. We'll only bounce back to the freezing point either side of that. And then we go into Monday morning with still cooler temperatures, widespread teens to low 20s across the entire state of Iowa. Now the wind chills will be down there, teens and in some instances single digits, both Sunday morning and Monday morning. Let's take a look across the state as we go into the early stages of Sunday morning. You saw some of those single digits out there, only warming to the teens and 20s through the afternoon, and then back down to the teens for Monday morning. There's a lot to get through. It's an early taste of winter weather. If this was happening in the depths of January, say we weren't as warm, this would easily yield a good 4 to 6 inches of snow, and with a 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gust on the backside on Sunday, there would be widespread travel issues with all the blowing snow about. It's not, so we won't worry about it. But we will bounce back quickly. By Veterans Day, we're back into the 50s to low 60s, carry on through next weekend. No major storm systems on the horizon by then, but definitely getting our first test a little early this season.